Naja continues by how he got saved by his father. And this whole story that he tells just shows that his father is clever and uses brute force, just like the Pirate Queen advised Rin. We get to meet the dragon warlord, Visera. He looks exactly like Naja, just older and very beautiful. He has the richest providence. He has one of the strongest army, and because of this, he no longer wants to be ruled under the Empress. He wants to start a republic, a democracy, blah blah blah. And we also get a hint. So I just want to emphasize this moment where we get a hint of Naja's loyalty. Rin is thinking back to a time when one of the students at Sinigard questioned the dragon warlord's loyalty to the queen, causing Naja to lose it and very badly injured this student. I just want to emphasize that moment for now until the ending. She learns that the Federation is still alive, which makes her very upset. She goes back and forth between guilt again about destroying the island. Like, is she angry? Does she feel guilt? If you felt guilty, don't you think you'll find some relief in knowing that maybe some of the innocent Federation island people are okay? But the Dragon Lord explains how the Federation is a mess. It's done. They're absolutely done. The citizens are just looking for help. The ones that actually made it out of the island. The Dragon Warlord finally admits his plan to overthrow the Empire. Daji is doing her best to keep the Empire together, but she's obviously having a really hard time. At this moment, I'm really mad at the Empress for not being strong enough to control her people, but we get to her later on. We get into her perspective later on. Visera now asks Rin to join his cause, and she honestly does need his help to overthrow the Empire, or to get her revenge on the Empress. Rin doesn't want to take orders from anyone. She does not trust anybody's leadership, and understandable, totally understandable. I feel so bad for the betrayals that Rin, but just any soldier feels when they learn they're just pawns in this bigger game. These pawns, they're nobody. These soldiers, they're nothing compared to the greater governments. And for Rin to say no is so valid. Visera gets upset and he starts this spew of, it's for the people. I'm trying to change this place for the better, blah blah blah. Very political, a very political speech, buddy. I don't believe it. Rin says, you know what, I'm a Spearly. I just want to emphasize that she says this. She's a Spearly. Okay, good. Anyways, it kind of says, don't you want to be someone in this history? And she's like, no. Which does not end, which is confusing. Look at the end of the book. And then he goes on and on about, parliament, president, elective officials. Of course, Rin doesn't believe it. She's like, nah. The only thing that gets Rin thinking about joining Visera's new plan is that you need us like we need you. You cannot overthrow the Empress easily. With just you and your psyche, absolutely not. Rin knows this. Visera calls her a little brat because he knows that Rin needs to say yes. And I'm glad every time she gets called a little brat, I just smile and get really fuzzy inside. Rin goes back to talk to her psyche, and they have Ramsa, Bashi, everybody's tuning in into their opinion of this new alliance. And Chagan, of course, the all-knowing Chagan, tells them the truth. We have no choice. He's not taking no for an answer. We join or we die. He just told you his whole plans of overthrowing the Empress. He's not letting us go. And it's very true. Even Chagan told me the truth when I was listening to it, and like kind of also giving my opinion of, is it a good idea or not? But when Chagun says the truth, I believe it. I'm like, yep, he's right.